Welcome to my channel where I share my personal journey and experience of overcoming lots of anxiety, lots of lack of confidence, and stepping into my own power and learning to live a life that is fully, unapologetically aligned with my own goals, wishes, and desires. And with this YouTube channel, I am sharing my passion of spreading this knowledge and insight that I spent over decades of learning across so many different disciplines like positive psychology, coaching, mindfulness, meditation, breathwork, yoga, you name it. All right, well, let's dive in. Today's topic, it is something that I found has held myself back for quite a long time, and it is a notion of feeling like I am going to be judged. Kind of that automatic reaction of, oh, what are other people going to think about X? And if I say this, if I do this, what about those people in my life, whether that's people who are close to me, people at work, people in my circle, doesn't matter. Sometimes you don't even know clearly who those people are, but the reality is you're concerned about what they're thinking and you feel like they're judging you. Now, I don't feel like there's a very simple sort of solution that you can do and you just don't care. And I actually don't think that not caring about what other people think is a healthy kind of dynamic. We are social creatures, and I feel if you become someone who doesn't give any thought about anybody else, that's not a good way to live either. But the important thing is we don't want this to be, first of all, excessive or limiting to our life in any way. So the goal is not to not care about what other people think, but I guess not necessarily give it as much focused energy and our attention. And the first mindset shift that has played a huge impact on me personally, and the one that I'm going to be honest, is probably going to feel quite confronting. It is the idea that in order for us to not care so much about what other people are going to think about us, we need to stop judging others so much. And this is why I said it might feel confronting. You may now have this sort of visceral reaction of, what do you mean? I don't judge other people. But more often than not, if you're someone who's concerned about the opinions of other people and what they're thinking about you, it is likely that you're someone who is actually quite judgmental. Now, this might not be something that you do intentionally. This might not be something that you do from any negative sort of consequences or negative intentions. However, when we hold others to a very high standard, when we judge others, we judge their decisions, we judge their actions, we inevitably feel like we are going to be judged as well. Because the behavior that we do ourselves, we project that others are going to do to us as well. So I do have a challenge for you in that regard. First of all, start noticing yourself judging decisions and actions of other people's, or even their approaches to how they live their life. If you notice that you often engage in conversations where you say, oh, this person should do this, or if only they just did this, their life would become this, this, and this, or I don't get why they're doing this, or I don't understand why they live this way, kind of thing. If you catch yourself, and that's always the hardest thing, the awareness is always the most difficult thing, that's awesome. Pat on the back for you, and then stop. Just stop. Remember the fact that none of us know what's better for other people. Even when you feel like you 1,000% know what's better for somebody else, you have absolutely no idea. For the simple reason that you don't know what it's like to be that person. As soon as you start doing this, over time, you will notice that you automatically will spend way less time thinking about what other people think about you, because you know internally the truth that You don't know what's best for other people, even when you know that someone might be judging your life choices and decisions or what you're doing. You will have that mindset and attitude of, well, it's okay if they're doing it because they actually don't know what's best for me. And I can trust myself and I can lean on myself in terms of what's better for me and my own life and my own circumstances. The other thing that you can do in order for you to not think about so much about other people is start focusing on your life. Once you catch yourself kind of engaging in a bit of a conversation about other people and how they live their life, try and pull yourself into, I wonder why is it I am not actually thinking about my own life? What is it that I want? What are my dreams? What are my goals? How am I pursuing them? As soon as you make your life full of something that's really interesting to you, something that's really engaging, you will not have time or space in your mind to think too much about others. Again, we're not talking about not talking about anybody ever. We're, again, live in society. That's not what we're aiming for. However, people who are busy with their own lives, they've got lots going on, they just don't have time for this stuff. Okay, stop judging and talking about other people's life choices and how they live their lives. That's number one. Second, I guess, tip around how to stop worrying about what other people think about you. Research what is called spotlight effect. Spotlight effect is one of those cognitive thinking traps or thinking distortions that we all tend to have, where we think that people pay so much more attention to us than they actually do. It's just something that, because we obviously are always the center of our own universe, it's inevitable. We always tend to think that if we made a mistake, we did something and everybody else saw it, that those people are going to walk away thinking about it for the rest of the day. And it's just simply not true. We are not as important and we don't occupy as much space in people's heads as we think we are. People just don't think about us as much as we think they do. And learning about this and knowing this and keeping this at the back of your mind can be super liberating. You can sort of allow yourself to make those mistakes, to be imperfect, and know that it's fine. And the final point is, remember, you will never be able to know exactly what it's like to be somebody else. What this means is you never actually know what other people are thinking, feeling. Use this to your advantage. Most of the time we don't actually know, are we being judged, are people talking about us in a negative way, what are they thinking? So choose a narrative that suits you. Choose to believe that people are supportive and think good things about you. You are going to be lighter, and whether that's true or not is not so relevant. Make it more comfortable and easy and beautiful for yourself. Choose a path that's better for you unapologetically. So, today we talked about what to do to stop worrying so much about what other people think about us. And the first thing we talked about was stop thinking and talking so much about others. Then remember about the spotlight effect. And third, but absolutely not least, is remember to choose the viewpoint and the thoughts that do better for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like what I'm sharing, please subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye.